Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Slice of Shonen. I am your host, The Clouded Crone. Today, we will be reacting to Your Eternity, episode 19. And in the last episode, we have probably seen one of the most brutal scenes of all of To Your Eternity that involved the Knockers. Now, the Knockers have done a lot of bad stuff, but this is probably the worst. One, because it involves children, and two, just because of how it happened. Like, there's killing someone, and then there's like manipulating someone and transforming them into zombies and making them kill their friends and everything. But anyways, let's get into what happened exactly in the last episode. So Fushi, or I guess Tonari, had left the ship to sail over to try to save Fushi, but luckily for both of them, Fushi was already out of the situation because, you know, Fushi's Fushi. You can't like pin him down for long. And so he got out of there, and then him and Tonari decided to try to leave. But then right when they were at the like edge, when they were about to get in the boat, that's when the guy in the black robe comes and like points Fushi back towards the island, and he tells him, the Knockers, they're here and they've made their move. And so Fushi knows that he can't just abandon Jananda village, so he goes back over there. And when he gets over there, he sees a pretty horrific sight, which is, of course, we know the area of the village where they take all the dead bodies from the tournament, and they kind of pile them up there, and then I think they burn them. Well, the corpses that were piled up over there, they got up and started walking around. And they weren't just walking around, they were like attacking people, slaughtering people. And it turns out that the Knockers have been using these guys as vessels. Before, we saw them use wood as like a vessel. After that, we saw them use stone. And now they're using actual living human beings. And this is, well, not necessarily living. We'll get into it. They're using dead corpses, but where things get really messed up is when they start actually manipulating like real people. And we unfortunately saw the first victim to fall to this was none other than little Upa, the youngest member of the entire group. And we could see her like crying in her final moments. And then when the girl with the red hair came over to her, the Knocker forced Upa to stab her own friend. And so her friend was critically injured. They had just lost Upa. Things were looking really bad for the main cast. Now, I want to give a massive shout out to him, because my respect for him just went through the roof. He tried to carry the girl with the red hair to safety, but then he ended up getting infected by the Knocker. And so this absolute legend, this absolute Chad, chops his own arm off to buy himself some time to stop the infections from spreading, and then he uses that time to tell Fushi to turn into the mole form. Then he grabs him, chucks him into the air, and then the owl scoops Fushi away to safety, and then he ultimately ends up succumbing. Not Fushi, but the kid ultimately ends up succumbing to the infection as well. Now, the episode pretty much ends right there, but it ends in a really interesting spot because we know that the kid with the bow and Tonari, they both haven't been touched yet, and they're kind of left there stranded alone while their friends are like walking zombies, and Fushi is being carried away for his own good. And I hope Tonari makes it out of this. I hope as many people as possible make it out of this, but things are looking very, very bleak, and we know that there's going to be a very interesting scene involving Tonari and Hayase, so we all aren't looking forward to that, because we know that nothing good can ever come from scenes involving Hayase. But I guess we'll just have to check out the episode and see how that scene unfolds. If you guys are excited for the episode, make sure to leave a like. It'll help me and the video out so much more than you might think. So if you could take the time to do that real quick, I would very much appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to the channel for more weekly To Your Eternity reactions. I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe next episode might be the final episode, because for whatever reason, at least earlier on, from a lot of sources, it said there were only going to be 20 episodes, but we'll see. Hopefully there's more, but I guess we'll just have to find out. So with that all out of the way, let's get right into the episode. I of course need to give a massive thank you to Loot Crate for sponsoring today's video. So, to all of you weebs, geeks, fanboys, and fangirls out there, if you are looking for cool collectibles to spice up your collection, like this one I have behind me, or if you're looking for some cool apparel and accessories to show off your favorite series, then look no further, because Loot Crate has exactly what you are looking for. Loot Crate is a subscription service where you can order special crates, and these special crates all carry collectibles from all different corners of fiction. These special crates touch on everything from anime crates, to gaming crates, to Harry Potter crates, to comic crates, WWE crates, Rick and Morty crates, and even just straight up apparel crates if you like to collect t-shirts and socks like me. Now what makes Loot Crate cool is that every month a new crate is shipped right to your front door, and you never know what's inside exactly until you open the crate for yourself. Now if you would like to get your hands on a crate for yourself, make sure to go into the description and click the first link down there that you see. It'll take you straight to the Loot Crate website where you can look through all of the different crates and choose any one that you find interesting. But do not forget to use code CROW15 to get 15% off of your order. Again, that is code CROW15 to get 15% off of your entire order. Alright, so here I have episode 19, and whenever you guys are ready, we'll be starting this episode in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, we're getting a little recap here. I just realized one of those zombies standing on the pile was a pregnant woman, which is super messed up. But I guess she's already dead, so guess it's not too bad. And then we see this scene. Oh man. With all of them walking together in the afterlife. Man. They got so close. They got so close to getting off of the island. And then the freaking knockers had to ruin everything. Just like they did with Gugu. Man, my boy Gugu got so close to actually getting into a relationship with, what was her name? Irene? He was so close. And I guess he did kind of get into one before he passed away, but it was so short-lived. And now she's gonna have to spend the rest of her life without him. Like, that's so sad. All because of the knockers. And I think the worst thing about the knockers is they don't even seem... Well, okay. It actually leaves a lot to think about, because we know before the knockers have been targeting Fushi. But then when Gugu managed to take one of them out, then they immediately targeted Gugu and tried to kill him. And now they're targeting Jananda Village, which at first I didn't really understand why, but it kind of makes sense when you think about the scene where all of them had their like ballistas and stuff, and they were like tying it down and they were all fighting together against it. So it kind of makes sense that they would fight back. I don't trust her. I don't trust her, dude. So I guess we know that HAYASE'S a terrible person, but I guess right now she's only like terrible to us. When it comes to the normal people in Jananda Village, she has no beef with them, it seems. Oh, did they get her? Oh, they did! Dang. She gonna chop her arm off? Oh? Oh, wait, is she using its power? Ugh! Ew! Jesus. Is it actually listening to her? Kindness. Okay. Ah! What? She just ripped it out of her arm? Oh, now she set her sights on the kids. She knows she knows who her next target is. God, that's disgusting, man. Jeez, man. Oh, Fushi! What an absolute legend! He is not having it. Now it's time. Now is the prime time to finish her. Please. We're so close. We're so close. It's time to rip out this thorn in our backside, man. Come on, Fushi. Oh my god, this is bad news. You better get up quick! Oh, he ran out of air. Dude, this is straight out of a horror movie, man. Oh, is that his Goo Goo form? Yep, yep. There we go. Fushi came back. Here we go. Cook him. Dang. Let's go, dude. We're having some fried knocker for lunch. Oh, he did it. Only 3 left. Okay. That seems manageable. Oh, those are the 3. How did I not put 2 and 2 together? I thought they were all in the group when everything went down, though. I'm surprised they didn't know already. Jesus. They were so close to leaving the island, man. Oh, man. Now she's blaming herself. There we go. We gotta let her know it's not her fault. Dude, I know this is hard, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man. They're not themselves anymore. Oh, yep. Of course. Of course. God, man. And here's the scene we saw in the end. Oh, wait, but I think... Okay. So we have an idea of what's gonna happen next, but let's see if it's really what we think. She's so weird, man. Man. You know, one thing I've wondered is how are her eyes still intact after that face injury? Oh no, here we go. Like, what is wrong with her, dude? She's such a sad human being. If you can even still call her that. Now I think Tonari's gonna make her move. Here we go. So she's trying to suicide both of them. Is it really gonna work? We know Hayase is like a cockroach. So I could easily see her slipping out of this, but... Come on, Fushi. There we go. There we go. And surprisingly, he saved both of them. Oh, gave her a taste of her own medicine there. But you know, it makes sense since he's been stuck with so many of those needles that he could probably like recreate them at this point. Come on, Tonari. It's time to get up. We gotta do what we gotta do. They would have wanted this. I doubt they'd want their revived corpses to hurt their friend. Let's go, dude. Tonari's so freaking brave. But I'm glad Fushi kind of, you know, saved her the guilt she might have felt. Cause this is hard, man. I could imagine. This is really hard. And we even saw that she was trembling. So she was obviously uneasy about having to do it. So I'm glad Fushi was able to spare her of, you know, doing it herself. Now look. Sold her for a silver coin. Jeez. The legend himself. That was some quick thinking too, man. He didn't hesitate for a second. Immediately cut his arm off to save Fushi. Oh, Tonari. Man. I feel like the biggest question now is how is everyone going to move forward from this? That's what I'm saying, man. Jeez. Let's see. Tonari, what's the move? Those are some pretty wise words. Tonari's definitely grown so much. So is she gonna go on to be the true ruler of Prison Island? Is she gonna liberate all of Prison Island? Oh yeah, what the heck are we gonna do with Hayase now? We knocked her out, but that's not gonna last forever. Dang. Respect. They're gonna dig this community out of the gutter. Oh, look, and Fushi's like created all of this fruit to make food for everyone. It's pretty cool. And they're rebuilding. There we go. I like this. This course that she's decided to take. That's all that matters. You're the island leader right now. These are some good kids, man. And imagine how cool it'd be if we still had the full squad here of all of them like going around helping out. We got a lot of work ahead of you, Fushi. I want 10? Jeez. Alright, slow down. Everyone get in a line. Oh man. Hmm. Yeah, they're gonna be looking for a long time. Let's go. Let them know. This is cool, man. I feel like this was somewhat of a satisfying ending. We'll be seeing you. Maybe we'll come visit you guys. Whoa! She's sending Leguard? Man. And this marks the end of the Prisoned Island arc. So what's the move now? Or I wonder what Hayase is gonna do now. Thank you! Can we get some answers, please? That's a good question. Oh my gosh. So this is like some weirdo yandere stuff here. Look at that look of disgust on Fushi's face. I feel that same way. Oh no, no, no thank you. No thank you. It's not too late to throw her overboard, Fushi. Oh, this really is some yandere stuff. This is not the first time I've heard this. Oh, this is. That's what she means. She wants Fushi to kill her so he can get her form. Oh man, he's out of here. No, he does not. Dang. Keep going, Fushi. Hey. There we go. Leave her be. Her existence is a very, very sad one. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Don't tell me they're gonna be working together. Ooh. Jesus. So, I guess not working. I guess kind of working together, but not exactly. But I think one thing that's for sure is we're definitely going to be seeing her face again. Now, whether it's going to be actually Hayase or if it's going to be a knocker taking over her body, I have no clue. But this is not the end of her, it seems. Dang. Man. We've made it? So where are we now? Somewhere new? Pyoran! Aw, that's wholesome. Echoes. And then? Dang, man, what a cool episode. This was a very satisfying ending, I feel. It is sad that any of the kids had to die there. But one thing I'm glad about, or I guess happy about, is the fact that all of them didn't die. Not only did Tonari survive, but also one of the other kids survived, which I think is really cool because this series definitely did not have to be so generous. They easily could have ripped all of them away from us. And now, oh, I guess it kind of depends on how you look at it. Now, you could argue that this is the first arc where someone that we've like grown to become very attached to didn't die, and that person is Tonari. But you could also argue that this arc would focus on their like little friend group as a whole. Like, of course Tonari was like the main focus of the group, but like we had the March arc, we had the Gugu arc, we had the arc with the boy way in the beginning, and this arc, you could argue that it focused on Tonari, or you could also say that it focused on their entire friend group, maybe even the entire prison island as a whole. But regardless, man, I'm relatively satisfied with this ending. And now Tonari is going on to be like a leader of Prison Island. She's trying to rebuild it from the ground up, and hopefully it's gonna come back bigger and better than ever. We'll have to see. But she has a lot of strong people by her side, a lot of people that fought alongside us, and she also has one of her friends still with her to help her if she ever, like, you know, is feeling down, or she ever gets to a low point, maybe things start to get too difficult. She has someone she can kind of put some of that, or share some of that burden with. And then after that, we have the scene with Hayase, and we found out her motive behind all of this, which is the fact that she was madly, obsessively in love with Fushi. And the reason why she killed all of the people that she killed was because she felt as if there was some sort of she felt that there was some sort of competition over his love, and that they were in the way of their love. So she killed March, she killed Parona, and she killed the kids so that she could be alone with Fushi. And I'm glad Fushi did what he did. I'm glad he just ditched her and said like, hey, well, now I have my answer. I'm disgusted with you. I still hate you. You are a vile human being. And if you die here, I wouldn't care at all. And now, the question is that really true? Because we know that people that have left impressions and things that have left impressions on Fushi, he's able to transform into them. And you could argue that all of the terrible things that Hayase has done has left an impression on him. But maybe since it's a negative impression, or maybe since he doesn't feel any sort of emotional connection with her, he won't inherit her form. Because we still don't 100% know all of the science behind how it works. But maybe, like with Gugu and March and everyone, like he feels like he's grown somewhat through meeting them, and he has very fond memories and impressions of them. But maybe since he doesn't care at all for Hayase, he won't inherit her form, which is what she wanted most. And I'm glad Fushi took this route. I'm glad he just ditched her. I'm not so glad about the knocker situation, because we don't know if the knocker just like killed her right then and there and she's done with, or the knocker took over her body and then we're gonna bump into that possessed Hayase later on in the story. I have no clue. But anyways, my question for you guys is going to be, okay, if you guys could save any one person out of all the people that have died in the past, if you could save any one person, who would it be and why? I feel like this is a very, very tough question. A part of me wants to say March, because she died so young and she had her whole life ahead of her, but so many people did. I feel like Gugu had his whole life ahead of him. The kids that died in the village had their whole lives ahead of him, or ahead of them. The boy, he had so much of his life ahead of him, and on top of that, he spent so much of his life alone, just isolated in this like snowy wasteland by himself, and all he wanted was to explore, experience more of the world, and get to see his family again. So I think in that aspect, all of them are deserving of a second chance. But if I had to choose one person that I would want to bring back, God, this is so tough. Oh my God. It's between March and Gugu for me. This is so tough. You know what? I'd say March. I'd say if I could bring back anyone, it would be March. And the one thing that puts March over Gugu for me is that I feel like Gugu died with no regrets. Like, he wanted to, I guess, show or express his feelings to Rin, and he wanted to hear how she felt about him. They've kind of resolved everything. It's unfortunate that they couldn't really go very far with their relationship, but it feels like Fushi, he's like crossed all of the things off of his bucket list. Whereas with March, I feel like she didn't even know she was going to die when she did die. It just happened suddenly. And all of her dreams, all of her aspirations are still so far off. Her one goal in life was to one day grow up and be an adult one day. So if I could bring back anyone, I would have to choose March. But let me know who you would choose in the comment section down below. And I guess for the kids, we'll include all of them together. So not just one of the kids, but you can bring back all three of the kids. Gugu, March, or the boy. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But anyways, with that, I'm going to head out, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good one.